We just made a big progress in SMT 4. We have a new area to explore. And there's a new exclamation mark hole for everybody.
Very well.
Okay. Well, that was a short time before death. Oh, I went first! So much for that.
How's this?
But things actually happened in the last hour.
I hope you're prepared.
Why am I even bothering to do this?
Very well.
It's the first time that a game that I've already beaten is gonna be on the poll. It is specifically not New Game Plus. It is a new game with hard mode. Assuming it lets you do that. I fully have to assume that the game, when you unlock the harder difficulty, does not make you have to do New Game Plus.
Take that!
As a fresh-ish start New Game Plus. Well, when the time comes, if it wins, then we might talk about that. But as far as the poll goes, people will get the gist. I'm not going to go through the game with my strongest demons. Now, maybe Rido Hard Mode will be on the next one. Who knows? It's a trendsetter that games I've already beaten can show up again. I like our pants. I hate our helmet. I am indifferent about our midriff. The helmet is in fact whack. You are correct.
I'll assist you!
I cannot remember if I have an open spot. Wasn't there an option to hide helm? I'm okay with living with my embarrassment. I have to make a moral choice. Do I care about how I look, or do I care about the armor?
Hello there.
It's an apocalypse thing? Oh. I'm sure that's the only way in which they improve upon this game. He has flowing hair. Oh, he does kind of have flowing hair. Shows you how much the helmet covers. That could have been an outright line, I would not know. Oh shit, I need that Senri. That's what people have said about Persona Q2 as well, Led, and in both cases I am fascinated to see how that's possible. Because this, so far, great video game. PQ, entire time, great video game. He has longest hair of the party. I mean, is it longer than Jonathan if he was actually going to straighten it? Because I feel like his would go down to his knees. It appears that Kaga volunteered for the task of bringing Ikebukuro back under human control. I'd heard that she used to live in Ikebukuro when she was young. The Asokai pressed Kaga's parents to give her up to be raised by them. With her parents' help, Kaga escaped Ikebukuro and reached the Temple of the Ring of Gaia. Now that she has an opportunity to crush the Asokai, she has been given a chance for revenge. We have chosen that we would fight with our lives to uphold our ideals, our chaotic ideals. Those are the teachings of our sublime leader, Lady Yuriko. The Asura Kai, those swine that prey on the weak and serve only to enrich themselves. But I must say that those who do the Asura Kai's bidding and keep underground are the same. So there's a chance that the church is affiliated with the Asura Kai just because they have very similar tendencies. But I think it'll be interesting if they're two completely different entities.
Hello there.
Ikebukuro used to be a city where foreign criminals and other people took power. They were driven out by the Asura Kai after the firmament was formed, but after that it was taken over by a foreign demon. It just goes to show that Ikebukuro has always been a city under the thumbs of outside influences.
Oh, geez.
Demons have domains everywhere, and I can't move about freely in the city. Defeating the demons that set up the domains would solve that problem, but Zwagmu's behind this. Working on it, lady. We're working on it. Of course, I stepped in it for half a second. I must be poisoned. Oh, I didn't mean to. Or maybe I did. Yeah, okay, I'm fine exiting that way. That was alright. So much poison. I just want to complete my map. Well. The demon's nest is up ahead. Kaga seems to have gone in already. Even if we send many against it, it is a great foreign demon. In truth, we have nearly no chance against it. But if it inspires the people to see us take a stand against the demon, then it is sure enough. I mean, so far from what I've read, if the choice comes whether to help the Ring of Gaia, yeah. The Asura Kai seems like dicks, and if I can strengthen their strongest enemy, that just seems like a good deal. I'm sure they have some shady shit going on in the background, but...
Hello there.
It's Eileen. The Ring of Gaia people rarely leave their main temple, but since they've come to Ikebukuro, does that mean that woman is going to make a move as well? You picked a good a time as any to come. The Asura Kai's already been driven out. The Asura Kai uses reds to tame demons, and the Ring of Gaia is openly opposed to them. And the Asura Kai use reds, which means if I'm pro-demon, fuck the Asura Kai. If you'd been here when the Asura Kai and the Ring of Gaia were going at it, you'd have been in trouble. I doubt it. Please, bud. Oh, we're fine. Big jukes. Huge jukes. Easy.
Burrows.
What is this way? What's that noise for? Maybe that was the photograph point noise that came up? Or maybe it was nothing? I did already get an Megami on my party. But that does mean I could just fuse it away immediately. Nah, I think we murder. I'd rather get a Senri and not have to force myself to fuse. Still trying to get a couple of levels on things. According to the navigation map, this place is Kishimojin Temple. A beautiful demon is standing here.
My.
Oh, you surprised me to think a human would visit this place. There's nothing to fear. I've already sworn to never eat another human. If I think we've talked long enough, you should return to your own journey at hand. I have a quest for you. I knew that I couldn't do it yet. Excellent.
Oh?
I mean, at least she's not going to eat the child. Or she already did, because she said she wasn't going to eat another human. 50-50. Oh, my poor Priyankara, where have you gone?
My.
Did you come to help me? My lovely boy Priyankara's disappeared without a trace. Oh, she's the one that wants me to find him. Sorry for making assumptions. I wonder if the great Buddha is angry at me again, but I've stopped eating human children. Wukong, you motherfucker. Nope, that's not wise, missing. The great Buddha won't kidnap children.
My.
Oh my, are you a messenger from the heavens? That's right, got a message from the great Buddha himself. Hey, you're that human from before. Long time no see. What are you doing in a place like this? Well, never mind. Got a job to do here first anyway. Lady, your kid's been held prisoner in Ikebukuro. What did you say? Oh, Priyankara, Mummy's coming to save you right now.
Oh, come on!
Whoa, easy there. Why don't you ask this human to find him for you? What kind of mother would I be if I could just stay calm while my son is kidnapped? Jeez, that's one hell of an overprotective mother. Well, my job here is done. Peace. It doesn't sound overprotective. Wanting to fight for your kidnapped child seems about correct. I'm sorry, I lost myself. I'll go to Ikebukuro to find my son. Please, could you help me look for him? She sprinkles something onto Crits. Don't worry, this won't hurt you. This is a perfume that only demons can smell. If Priyankara smells this, he'll know that I sent you. Please come find me once you find Priyankara. Hey, Warrior, how you going, dude? So I assume that Ikebukuro will be the main area that I was just in. This place is called Gokukuji. There's a mysterious and powerful energy. I don't have a quest for that yet. Looks about like everywhere I can go right now. Oh, I'll take a new way. Man, I'm just not in the mood. You know what? Give me stuff. Sweet. Yeah, I can give you 1,100 bucks. It's not about looks. Oh, you're above all that stuff. Guess you'd have to be being that ugly. I'll help you out. Nice. 1,100 bucks for Nue? Seems pretty worth. I just realized that I really need a level. I do have mana drain, so it's not that big a deal. I should have done it on that Nue just then. But it's not like he was about to kill me. Judging by my David, I have not been to a save, like a main hub area for a long time. Maybe I can go more northwards and find something. 29. Oh, I can get you. I can't get you this fight, but in general. Oh, Mizanma costs 20, that's why I'm so much poorer. Fair enough. Luckily, big buffs. There's Flea, 70%. This could be a sketchy fight otherwise. Yeah. I don't hate fleeing though. I got my mana. I can do that on the second round. We'll gain 16 mana first. And now we can just kill them. Big strats. What is this? Ikebukuro Underground District. This feels like where I'm meant to go after I do the next thing. But who knows? It could be a hub area. Nope, that was bad. That was what I tried and then I died. Nice. What do you get from that? Is it pure cash or do you get a sick item?
Damn it!
Hey, I did it. I just kicked an Asurukai goon. I've got no regrets. We just saved the Ikebukuro. That's not what I heard. They said once the Asurukai was kicked out, they'd release it. I can't get to the entrance station because of that demon's domain. How am I supposed to go to Juraku Books? I really shouldn't have trusted that foreign demon.
Oh.
Everyone's pissed at the Asurukai, and I kind of get why. It's like it used to be with normal businesses, you know? Your employer took care of you financially, while the Asurukai takes care of us too. But since the association is gone now, I'm getting out of here soon too. Oh, nice. Set for life. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a terminal in here. Well, that was a bad choice. As it turns out. 40%. By Principality. Still 40%. Huh, I thought that'd go up when one of them died. So nice that MC can just die. This can't be happening. I just took a detour to get here from Shibuya. And all the shops in Ikebukuro are closed? The guys in Ikebukuro are idiots. They were hooting with joy when they kicked us out. Well, guess what? Now the town belongs completely to the demons. The owner of the association ran away too. With no association, no hunters will bother showing their faces. Looks like it's gone back to how it was when the ceiling first appeared. Wonder how long it'll take to get it back. Oh, so... I definitely can't get quests here, but if I could get a terminal, that'd be pretty sick. I'll probably come back and refill this place once I finish my current quest and clear out the demon. Would be my hot guess. Oh, you can't walk past that. Thanks for the host, Frog. How you going?
Burrows.
That's good to hear. Oh, D&D is exciting always. Our first D&D since lockdown happened in the start of March is in 2 weeks. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Well then. Now.
Wait, I had a thing I could make, didn't I? Yeah, I could make a high pixie. I don't have any of these. Cost me $13,000. I got a level 80? A level 80 Enigma. And I don't recognize its shadow. I doubt I'll be able to make that during the entire game, unless I get an app for it that says I don't need to worry about levels at all. Patramus, yeah. Karasu Tengu isn't done yet, but it's definitely possible. You'd be amazed. I mean, if you're meant to get up to, what, 1,000 points to distribute, maybe you do go up to level 80 that easily. Who knows? Principality plus Nightstalk actually seems like a really good deal. Only 4,000 left, that's like 2 fights. Tengu's a long way off. Nightstalk also a long way off. Don't know which ones I can get rid of soon. Regu, yes. Planthead, yes. Nada. Head thing. And David. There's a fair few. You'd think I'd be able to make one fusion in here.
To the well then. Now.
Perhaps? Oh, this is what I was gonna use my Principality on. Right. I saw that, I don't need to make that one. Pavati, not done yet. Neither of those are done. I mean, I don't care that much about Nightstalker. I really feel like there should be something that doesn't use something I'm already trying to level up, though. I've got so many. Technically the Incubus. I just think that's too many things that I need to pass on. Am I somehow gonna not pass on charge? I kind of feel like that might be the case. It's only 9 MP though. And it just makes auto attacks even good. Didn't I already make a Hawkus? I guess I never did. Yeah, it says it's new. I mean, both of these are finished. I know that I could use Dave and Azumi for other things, but eh. Looking at his skills here. Oh, yeah, don't give a toss about Megaton Press, I don't think. Having more things with media always nice. At some point it'll get long in the tooth and I really need to get a meteor armor though. Blight I was trying to learn on MC, but like I don't really care that much. Mamudo has its time in the sun. I think it's just media. And we just take buffs? Like, Megaton Press definitely could save me in a fight. Limiting myself to only having wind on one of my stronger demons is a little sketchy. But probably fine. Yeah, sure.
Then I will perform.
Another pig dragon is mine. And weirdly enough, it did not let me fuse anything new that is my current level. Not surprised. I can get a 2 Fae on my team. Or I can get a Sea Dragon. No, we cannot get a Zen yet. Do you have any gifts that'd be worthy of me? No, that's gonna say these smells. Oh, how thoughtful of you. It'll be just the thing to master smell when you die. At least he liked it. So there's that. Yes. I'm busy.
Oh, shit.
In Japanese, you write busy with characters that mean losing heart. No matter how busy you get, take care you don't lose the heart as a human. This world isn't so cheap that you can get help for free, though. I'm not giving you $10,000. I can give you a disc poison. Nice. Nice.
Who knows how this'll go?
Big Lux. I'll be back. Saving Becky from a cat. I stand corrected. I was saving Becky from 2 cats.
Oh.
Oh, thanks, man. Actually helpful. And a lot of XP, nice. Learn your moves,
That's right.
sweet. Chakra walk. Really don't care. No, that goes in the bin. It doesn't help me beat bosses. Oh, I took a tetanus cut, not a blight. I see. Yeah, I don't want any of these other things.
My.
Oh, yeah, she's not done as well. Fair enough. Really, Tengu? You're not gonna learn one of your 2 moves? That's good that I confused Pavati away, and we can get her out of the party now. Next one that I really want to level up. Raji wasn't needed in anything, but he's easy to level. I guess Night Stalker? I'd be pretty happy. Oh, he only learns passives anyway. In that case, I should just throw him straight in the bin. Let's try and do his Tengu then. And then I can't put it on MC anyway. I mean, it'd still be okay on my team, but eh. Also, I sincerely doubt that the first null fizz of the game is on a Randy Night Stalker. Just a hunch. Alright, please learn your move. Great. Great news. Media. He already has these. I actually think that I keep it off. I have enough medias. And I don't want to learn any of these things. Well, I leveled it up for no reason. Well, he could just evolve. I could test to see if they evolve in 1 level. Hey Plaid, how you going, dude? Oh. I make Baps now? Yeah, but I kinda just wanna see what he evolves into. Who are you? Are you a human, or are you a demon in the shape of a human? I told myself I'd make a choice. The next time I met someone I'm so tired. Been thinking about my life, how I tricked men into marriage and stole their money. More than once? If the last one I met here was a human, I'd think that my life wasn't so bad. And if the last one I met here was a demon, I'd think my life was nothing but mistakes. So which are you, a human or a demon? I see. I'm sorry I've held you up. Don't worry about me. Goodbye, it's nice to talk to someone for the last time. Well, I guess she's gonna die. This is still a real mess of enemies. I haven't even seen 3 of those. Senri's the only one that I have seen. Can't even interact with it. That is how much it does not want me to pass through that firewall.
Oh?
This is a terminal then. What does the current quest say? Like, is this gonna make me go back and talk to her? Not that that's hard. Yeah, I'm just gonna ditch that quest. Seems worth it for a terminal. The guys who kicked out the Isurukai acting like they're some kind of heroes, but without the Isurukai here, Zai Wangmu took over this town in no time.
Can I bug you for a moment?
My ex was in the Isurukai, but he got beaten up and kicked out of town. They broke his nose, pulled out his hair. He looked awful. I'm more afraid of the people here than the Isurukai. Though you admit you're still also afraid of the Isurukai. Just pointing out, that's a problem either way.
I'm detecting a strong demon.
Holy son of a... Sheesh! You came out of nowhere.
Hello, sloppy man.
The good thing I set up a domain to deal with a crap like this. They call me the... Oh, wait a minute, hold the phone. Yeah, that kid who attacked me earlier.
3 times.
You ain't bad for a tyke. Does this mean you want to fight me again?
If you're in the way of a terminal.
Maybe you think you can outwit me, but I won't make it easy on you. I hang low-down dirty tricksters like you in front of the station. Maybe I've been
I
keeping
won.
it too simple so far. I better try throwing you a curveball. How about these guys? They're kind of technical types, I think. They're gonna chew you up and spit you right out.
How about I use the technical stylings of a Mizanma? They resist it, which really sucks actually. There goes most of my damage.
I hope you're prepared.
I mean, attack's fine. I think we'll be okay. I definitely think we're gonna be okay. Just a hunch. Can you not just hit both? I mean, I don't have enough mana for another Mazio, which kind of sucks. But I think we'll be alright. I don't really know what he meant by technical types, considering they just die to a regular element and they also just attack. But
It
sure.
ain't gonna go like this next time. You better remember that.
I bet it will. You are batting a whole 4 and 0. Wait, 0 and 4. Very opposite. He's drunk, yeah, it's fair. Man, my magic is so far behind my agi. Hey Australia, how you going, dude?
Looks like the quest is going well. Activating scan mode. This is the Ikebukuro terminal. I'm going to run the terminal activation program.
Please do.
Activation complete. A link with other terminals is established now. This is the Ikebukuro. Active.
That's good to hear, dude.
We're. What should.
Hey, Wes. I'm also going well. Slept pretty good. Started the day by making a curry, which actually felt alright.
Oh?
Might do more cooking in the morning.
Good morning, Matt.
And then I streamed. So my day's off to a good start. Oh, that's great to hear. Our temperatures continue to hang around like low 20s to mid-teens, so pretty nice over here. Yeah, I mean, if people watching this want to watch more, I'm down for it. Why not give them the option? That means they'll actually remember what the hell's happening. If it does happen.
Ah, what superb relics you have there. Welcome,
rich.
blessed samurai. If there's anything I can do for you, please be careful on your way.
Before I forget, I finally got my 40, which I was going to do on the summon as well. The other thing I could do was chit-chat finally, or I could keep doing more into demon skills. There's something I was going to do that cost 20, and it was really close to going for it, but I didn't want it to put me back more. Jack Bros gets +3. I know what it was. Maybe it was just the demon skill. Either way, give me bigger discounts. And that's the end of it. Well, at least I finished that line. Now I'll keep going down the demon skill line. Another 3 levels.
Oh, welcome, Prentice.
About to be way more of a Fusion Master now.
I've checked, but
Is there anything else? Come again.
this is the active.
Let's go kill Z Wangmu.
We're here. What?
Welcome to the cathedral. Well then.
I got another level, may as well check in here. Dis. Ooh, I could get rid of that principality. It's gonna evolve, hopefully in 1 level's time, but it might be even more than that. I do like Dis. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna make this, because Night Stalker learns passives, which I don't care about. All of the status effects, apparently.
Then I will.
Off. Ooh. I don't particularly care about the status effects. I could try and level up my pig, though. Vuluva's close. And Tengu's getting worked on currently. Wow. Everything in my party just leads to a basilisk, apparently. I lost the ability to make a Baps. Ooh, down to just 8,000 bucks. With some very stern nipples. Trifuri, you say? Now I'm interested. Yeah, fuck it. What else do I want? Probably Hama. Maybe this one's Taru. I feel like I've gotten rid of a lot of tarot caches, so I don't actually have done that many. And then it's either Hama or Mazio. Mazio is more likely to be useful. But when Hama actually chooses to work, oh boy is it funny. Yeah.
Then I...
Nice to meet you.
And Black Frost is the next one. How much do you cost, friend? Oh, also only 8,000. Cool. Down from 16. Oh, that's gonna save me some money. I already do not regret putting all of my app points into cheaper compendium. It is really nice to know that I have Jafuri. Technically I have an Astoma as well, but I don't particularly want to use it. Somehow the game has done this to me.
Welcome. Gather...
I'm gonna go back to her temple to see if I have to restart the quest. Be good knowledge going forward either way. Okay, so if you cancel the quest, you have to restart them completely. See you, Nick Bukuro. That'd make me think that it's just here. She didn't say Sunshine Fort though. I guess I should just check all these rooms. It'll also give it a chance to just spawn in the open, if that is the case.
Burrows.
That sucks. Add half step into the poison to get poisoned immediately. Bummer. Oh, I wanted to Senri, but I don't actually have the space for it anymore. Oh, damn it. Well, that's annoying. I guess I just talk them away then. If you're not gonna let me just do AoEs and walk away, then I'm not gonna fight you. I wonder whereabouts in Ikebukuro she wants me to go look for it. Nice. Never been that big a fan of cherries. I don't mind chocolate cherry cake, but cherries by themselves, low tier fruit to me. Oh, let's just go do the mission. Yeah, why not?
I'm detecting a demon's domain. Do you want to go? Master.
What's up the shiny door?
Oh.
I think cherries would be dramatically improved without pips.
Burrows.
It's kind of where they fall apart to me.
Oh?
Really? Gonna have to abandon this quest again? I don't wanna. And the true fear that if you accidentally buy one, you're just gonna actually lose a tooth.
Oh?
Very well.
Oh, that wasn't enough. Uh-oh. Well, that may have been a mistake to let them live like that. Yeah, I really need meteor armor. Takes way too many meteors to try and get things back to full. Oh, so this domain's weird, because it's 3 flashing doors. It's not that unlikely to happen at all. It's the same way that people can lose a tooth with olive pips. I mean, it's less likely when you think there's a pip in there. It's the ones where you're like, oh, I'm free and clear to go, and you go full crunch. But still, it can happen and it's a concern. Rapid needle. No. Fine, I'll quit my current quest. Again.
Burrows.
What's up with this 18 sets of doors?
Hey!
Is someone there? I'm bored. Humor me, let's talk for a while. That is what I do for a living after all. Now don't get me wrong, I hated the Asurukai for the way they'd take their payment and trade. It's better than the alternative, you know? Those demons only want to devour us. I can understand that people are desperate for change, but they really screwed everyone over in the name of justice. What are you pricking your ears up for? Have some chump demons come here to kill time. Go on, just seize all and be done with it. The people of this city brought this on themselves. They don't even know how much trouble us guys in the Asurukai go through to keep order around Tokyo. But they'll be sorry. They're in your bellies. I missed some doors. Kaga is facing a group of demons.
You're here? Well, good timing. Here, I'll let you take care of one of them.
Take care of both if you really want. I'll be fine. $28. It didn't reflect, I'll take it.
Take that!
Oh, I forget that checking that isn't actually completely free because of smirks. My god, I've only got one round left. At worst, I lose my rest of my turns, but no. You actually get punished for that a little bit.
I'll end it thus.
Walter always doing work. Often for the enemy.
Did you get yours too?
You bested that demon on your own.
One day you'll really end it. Yeah, for me.
There are lots of folks in the Ring of Gaia as strong as me. By the way,
Just lucky that way,
what
mod.
were your names? All right, I'll remember that. Well, I hope we meet again somewhere other than the afterlife.
How you going, dude? I'm gonna go talk to these other doors. Nailed it.
You'd best be prepared.
Completely forgot. 1000% forgot. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I cooperated with Wang Mu because she said she'd drive out the Asurukai, but it turned out the Asurukai was the only thing that's stopping her from eating us humans whenever she pleased. It's the Asurukai's fault too. They never told anybody how important they were. I feel like they'll tell anybody willing to listen how important they are. They don't seem like a modest amount of people.
You'd best
But I'll
be
give it to you
prepared.
next stream, mod. One day. One day you'll get it.
Hello.
Is someone there? Oh, I see. You're one of us. Looks like the hunters have become the hunted. Welcome to the man-eating city of Ikebukuro. There's no way anyone can take on Wang Mu. We've both come to the end of the line as hunters. Hey, Smurf. How you going, dude? Good to hear. Also, I hope everybody gives a vote on that poll to tell me which SMT game to play next. The options this time are this game again on the hard mode that I unlock in a new game playthrough, Jack Bros for the Virtual Boy, the all-red system, Megami Tensei 2, continuing the last of the SMT SNES games, Margin Tensei, which apparently is a tactics game, I think? And Revelations and All Last Bible, which I have no idea what it is, but it's old and there's lots of them. Will there ever be an option again? Yeah, probably. If it loses, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's no interest in it. It just could be that people don't want me to play the same game twice in a row, which is more than reasonable.
Ugh.
I don't have any slots. Give me an item. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, sure.
Burrows.
Whatever the unlockable difficulty is, that's the one. I mean, I would have called it by its proper name, but I haven't unlocked it, so... SOL on that one. It's good to hear, Smurf. I like when the polls are hard. Boy, do I wish Spirit Drain cost 0. I know what I said, Zora. Then you can vote for other things. That's why it's options, it's not up to me. I have no idea what it's like, but if people want to watch it, then I'll stream it. Not fast. Well done, Chris. You can always do a +3 vote on the one you actually want, because then at worst, you've given it some benefit. Hey Elmo, how you going, dude? But yeah, that is often how SMT hard modes work. It doesn't mean that the gameplay doesn't change, though. It often can alter strategies. No? I don't believe anybody's argued at all today. Hey Tim, how you going, dude?
I'm detecting a strong demon ahead.
Ooh,
What is
pretty.
it? I only finished my dinner a moment ago.
I like her dress.
But then, I find the people of this city to be very bland and unfilling. Is it perhaps their weak will? I hope that when I devour you, that you will be more pleasing to the palate.
Constantly disappointed in your dims. It'll probably go into the lowest tier bit slot.
It is senseless for you to struggle, dear humans. You will find yourselves incapable of inflicting the slightest pain.
Having no mana probably doesn't help. This seems like something that I should have fixed earlier. I'll let it go into the third slot. I also probably could have fixed up my team, actually. This is just all gone to hell right off the bat. Dude, it's a blind playthrough. I don't want to be told that. I'll know what she does when she casts it on me. I don't need the heads up.
Such is a samurai skill.
All stats increase. I was gonna say maybe you need to just Rakunda her. But if she's got Lust, that might not be feasible. So I saw a Zeo. I don't know if I have that many anti-electricities. I have no way. Somehow this is gonna end up with me needing Quicksilver again. I know how this goes. The answer to all problems. How do you feel about Harmer? Would you like me to just win the fight? Dang it. This song is a mess, but it's also great. Past that. How do you feel about Shibabu? It could have been smirked away. I can't take that as meaning anything. Ow. Gun and ice. No.
What devilry is this? We may as well be wielding fly swatters as swords.
Plot armor?
I suspect she may be warded by a spell like that placed upon Ikebukuro itself.
As I have told you, it is senseless to struggle. Surrender now and allow me to...
This is it! Shiwang, move!
Oh, that's a lot of guy members that are about to get murdered.
Your head is ours!
What simple-minded common soldiers? I shall devour you all.
It looks like she's got a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc inside her fan. Like, just on the real down low, she's ready to battle. Yeah, I'll try and make it as different as I can, Smurf. Xing Wangmu devoured the Ring of Gaia believers one after another.
Are there any more among you who wish to be devoured?
I don't think they wish to be devoured.
Shiwang Mu.
Kaga.
I need to send her to the Shadow Realm.
We won't yield to demons. We'll keep struggling as hard as we can until we burn ourselves out.
This whole Cult of Gaia thing really doesn't get what they were based off. They don't know their history at all.
That's all you can expect from the believers of the Ring of Gaia!
Kaga fiercely attacked Xing Wangmu.
What a feisty one! Freshness is
I guess they just watched 10 people get eaten.
What say you to this?
Not like she even has a giant mouth or anything. It could have taken hours.
It's inevitable that the weak will die. If I'm weak, then I accept my fate of being eaten.
Somebody should cast Deer Armor on it.
Boy, do you want to live?
I'd prefer it.
Keep struggling. Give yourself over to your instincts body and soul and struggle with all your damned might. I'll do the same, even if it lands me in the pits of hell.
Oh, but I grow weary of this crap. I shall devour you, struggle and all. This is a superb delicacy. I can sense its energy surging from within.
Yeah, you can feel free to eat Jonathan instead.
See how the innards of my stomach heat up?
She began writhing in pain.
It's hot. It's very
All of the
hot
guy
indeed.
members just survive and are punching her in the stomach.
Those humans. They're churning in my stomach.
Unbelievable. Even after being devoured, they continue to struggle.
Maybe she has a much bigger mouth than I thought.
Damn if I've ever seen their like anywhere else.
She did just swallow them all whole.
This is too much.
Big strats. Xingwei Mu's powers grew weaker by the moment.
Boy, isn't this our chance?
I believe you meant to say, is this our chance? Aura, 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 aura.
I'd wager Shi Guangmu would feel it now if we redoubled our offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of menacing symbols around her. And yet we dared approach her. I am not ready to do damage right now, okay? In real bad shape. Yup. Pretty much. Is she just gonna be weak to everything? No. No, she is not. I'll try Zonga, I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, it did damage. We're okay. Barely even hurt. Who's next in the order? Nue? Nue sucks balls, I'd rather just pass. Maybe that means that Pixie's better off here using Rakunda. Yeah, it hasn't been necessary yet, but I'm definitely happy to have it. Oh, that is not gonna get there. Smirk might.
I see
Nice.
an opening.
Don't even let me get a second heal. Ooh, Randy attack, you didn't miss once. Never mind. Take it back. Sorry. Big deeps. I'm definitely gonna have to use a bead here. I believe she hit me 3 times while I was smirking. That's just how lucky I am.
Not enough.
I didn't heal my high pixie enough. Nice quad crit. Twice. Alright. Exactly I don't know, Dims, but as far as I can tell you, it increases your hit rate and your evasion rate, and it also adds to your crit rate. You can just fight inside her. Seem to be working for all these other guys.
Burrows.
I'm not sure if you fully can't miss, but it certainly raises your hit rate by a lot. Because I feel like I've missed before. I wonder if I need to hit her a certain number of times. Or if I can just stack a bunch of buffs at the start. Either way, Dims, to answer your question, there's probably other things going on with it, but I don't know what they are yet. It's apparently meant to be a hidden mechanic of the game. It's just a good thing when it happens to you and bad when it happens to the enemy. The power of smugness. Alright, well there's my triple Raku on. You should just buff herself. At least Jonathan's gonna pick away at her. Alright, now I wanna do Suku. If I could get Tsukikaja on me, that'd be nice as well, but triple suck under should be enough for her Megaton press.
What devilry is...
Still one more to go, but I used Kanda at the start, that's why. One more Suku should be done on Raku's. So that's excellent use, Dims. How are you planning to spend it? Because I know you can actually leave your house. So you're not completely locked inside. Defense is only -1. I could have sworn that I did it more. I think I'd rather debuff. It's gonna do what you do normally. Fair enough. But you get to be on holidays while doing it. 500, hell yeah. Because of Nue, it's kind of more worthwhile for me to just not use the wind there. I don't need a meteor.
Such is a samurai skill!
Thank you, Jonathan, for doing the right move. Oh! Oh, baby. Sometimes lucky. I'm missing out on a couple of hundred damage by using High Pixie like this, though. And by having Pavati here solely because she can heal us. She might be resistant to Fizz. Queen's Feast. That wasn't that bad. And she healed herself for a little bit, but as far as unique moves go, not too scary. I have, yeah, Vizama Stone. That was definitely the better choice than going for the heal my MP. Ooh, double smirk. Helps with her stomach ache. Well, she's a glutton. He obviously doesn't know when to say no to food.
Not enough!
Big Jukes. At this point, it might be worthwhile to heal my mana. She hasn't said any dialogue for a while, but she's also flashing red. I think that was the right call, but I'm honestly not sure. Hey, it was the right call.
Can't be! How could the humans I already devoured prove to be my ruin?
Easy fight.
How dreadful is the struggle?
I mean, it's somewhat lucky mod, but if she Mazia dies, then it skips her turn because of Nue, and no one dies because they got triple Raku on, which I didn't have last time we still lived. And if she Megaton presses, she will miss multiple people, so one person might die, but she still loses her turn. So yeah, I got lucky, but it ultimately probably didn't matter. I had good setups. If I'd gotten unlucky. Yeah. And Dio's not bad. Shock can often be better than Mazio, but it's riskier. Certainly would be worse against hordes a lot of the time, but like, being able to multi-hit a single target is super nice. I think that I keep Mazio because it's already plussed and because of the MP. Like, obviously Mazanma, currently a problem, because of how expensive it is. Yeah, I think I just keep the Mazio. I know that Shock can actively be significantly better though. Against a single target, it could hit 4 times and do quad damage. The atmosphere in the air is changing.
Congratulations on completing the quest.
Thanks. Ooh. Oh yeah. That's a good one. We can make Black Frosty now. Shock as well? I mean, I could have taken the shock. I didn't think about the fact that I might be getting it here. It's just so expensive, and now I'll feel like a dickhead if I do take it. Does my pride force me to have to say no to shock the second time? No. If I want it, I'll take it. Could also just take Zoinga. Mazio is really nice for hordes. Nah, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stick with what I did earlier. Suck under for energy drain. I'd rather suck under, but oh. No, because I don't have energy drain, I have mana drain.
We'd have perished if not for the Ring of Gaia and that Kaga woman.
Did you hear her words regarding struggling, was it? The humans of Tokyo aren't altogether without merit.
You're just figuring that out now?
Humans. You have the right of it. They are humans, just as we are.
I guess that is a big deal. They have to acknowledge them as humans and not just keep calling them unclean ones. Fair. They're just unclean humans. The one thing we can all agree on. I mean, I haven't really seen housing. I've seen areas where multiple humans were hanging out, but I don't think I've seen what people actually are living in. But you would assume it's just like storage units, basically. So probably not many showers. I do too, but it's very melancholy. Alright, I'm gonna leave it up to you, chat. Do you think that I should be told where to go for this quest, or I should have to wander around for it? Because Ikebukuro can mean a lot of places. And personally, I am fine to not have to wander. Of course you'd say that despite me, Sophie. I don't think there's any more context clues. Well, she did tell me more. I can't play against character. Like, she said just straight up Ikebukuro. That makes me think it's the outside area. Because otherwise you'd be more specific. Do I have a slot? No. Never. I'm definitely confused. I got a level and a bunch of things maxed out.
Oh! Welcome to the... Well then!
Wandering's cool. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know what's going on. I don't have any stakes in what's going on. I'm basically the judge from Phoenix Wright. What a perfect way to put your lot in life. Wonder it is. I mean, the things that didn't level have to be close to leveling, right? Kinda sucks that Pavati got all that XP. Hairy Jack. It's just a dog. I can make Ares finally. Remember when I killed him and I was level 6? And he was level 31? Good times. The long lost Jack brother. Yeah, that's the 4th one. Should have been Jack Russell. But that wouldn't be right. That's fair. I wasn't making a judgment call. I was letting chat decide, and they've decided. Wonder it is. I was checking out Pig Boy. That's what I was doing. Oh, why couldn't they? The only thing that this game needs to change is that the A button should tell me its stats and I shouldn't have to press the R button for it. If I press status, I want to know its goddamn status. It has to learn 2 moves. One of them's a buff and debuff, which probably doesn't matter. It's unlikely that it's Warcry. And the other one, it's a heal, which is also unlikely to matter. It's also 4k away from the first one. Yeah, Pig's going in the bin.
To the Cathedral of Shadow. Are you sure?
Oh, that is nice to look at those numbers now. Now that they're half price. That's the stuff.
Well then.
Ares. .46 strength. I guess I could take the 1 to 3 medium fizz attacks. Yes? It's not even a big miss rate. That's just a good move on Ares. Recom. And then how much utility do I want? So far Tetraja and Dekaja haven't come into it. But one day they will. Dekaja maybe not. Unless I start getting like -2'd. Cause it's just so easy to get multi-buffs on everyone. In one turn you can cast them at least 4 times if you really want to. They seem like answers that I can pull out of my inventory if I really need them. I probably don't need another Mazana. That's because I think counter is actively bad. Like, auto attack damage is pretty minimal, and it has to be procced. Like, I just don't have the slots for it. I'll take the Tetraja. This could be the difference between life and death, whereas Dekaja I can fix just by buffing myself.
Then I will...
Tremble before me!
can actually get rid of everything that's in my party right now. And they all leveled up. Wait, no, High Pixie didn't, did she? Not at all. Back to Ikebukuro. Well, I think this will be... Well, that's Itabashi, so it's definitely not up there. Continue to lean forward at being just in the overworld. Good timing. You're not the man I'm looking for. Move out of my way. I refuse.
My.
Oh, do you think that you are the man I'm looking for then? You must survive the test of my pleasure first. Seems easy enough. What is about me that attracts you? Your mysterious shadow. I shall show you what that shadow truly means. It is death. Well, shit. But she wasn't joking when she was saying it was death. Your maturity. Mature, that's a way of trying to avoid calling me old, isn't it? How dare you, I'll crush you. Well... Third tries the charm. You have an unpleasant odor. Is there anything you can do about that? Borrow some perfume. Hey Brax, how you going, dude?
What's with you?
You're merely trying to conceal one scent with a more powerful one. That is nothing to address the underlying problem. A typical human response. I refuse.
My.
Oh, sometimes lucky. Easiest demon conversation I've ever had. I despise wasting time. Would you like to give me... You know what, I've never leaned towards giving somebody 8,000 Maka just to join my party so much before, but I'm not gonna do it. Sure, I mean we're just having a regular conversation at this point. I'm happy enough with that. Oh, that's fine, take it. End talks. Love of Christ, please. Ugh. Remove your clothing.
My,
you're disarming yourself for me. You're quite a reasonable human. I can definitely see your passion. Oh,
I'm in your care.
Easy. Sorry about killing your friend, Nue. My bad. It's how I wooed Becky.
Yay!
Null fire. Hell yeah. Well, Shibubu has never hit anything. So I lean towards getting rid of that. It is fun to say though. Again we come to the crossroads of Fire Breath or Agilao. I'm constantly disappointed by Agilao. I actually will make this change. I'll take the chance for AoE and the increased mana cost. everybody is dead because of that fight. And now I guess it's time to get rid of my favorite demon.
Welcome to the Cathedral of... What will you do? Well then, now...
Sick of waiting for Principality to morph. I guess this is fine. Both of these I'm done with. Axle Claw. 1 to 3 me... What's the difference between Axle... Oh, it must be a different type of fizz compared to the one that I just taught Ares. Also, why do you have Panic Cluster when you have no magic? You absolute stooge. I'm meant to provide you with the magic that you're casting? Unbelievable. Having the triple elements, definitely not bad. Very versatile. Charge plus Axle Claw is an interesting proposition. His strength does suck balls though. I mean, charge you typically want to just keep carrying forward through all your demons forever. But I don't think I take the Axle Claw.
I shall be of use to you.
Not exactly sure why the king of wine and mirth is a tree. But sure. And just pick you up at the park. If I don't want to make it, if I don't want to learn a Tufei, I could get rid of Vuva right now. Is it a wine tree? I mean, it complains a lot. Does that count? Aren't they basically the same good? I know that Narcissus has the whole, like, loves himself thing attached.
Gather demons and come again.
Whatever, lesser deity. I'll check. I'll check. A young man of Greek law rejected the nymph Echo, who faded into a whisper out of despair. Yeah, fair enough. I was thinking Dionysus. Fair enough. He can be a tree then. And he became a flower. Okay, this is making more and more sense. Now I remember Dionysus is green and swirly in SMT games. Yep. You are correct. I was wrong. Back in you go. And Vuva can come out, I guess, for Principality. I could make a Black Frost straight away, or I could try and pick up more demons nearby. The lack of red things spawning makes me think that it's not actually an Ikebukuro outside. Like it's been a while. You'd think that I would have seen it by now. This is more south. Either way, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be right back. What? No. I was gonna say I could go to the station and do progress, but that could come up with a big thing saying, oh, you need to do story stuff. You'd think that I could talk to the firewall, though. Bummer. No, no.
I'm detecting a demon's domain. Do you...
Go on. It's been a while since I went into a place that was 20 levels above me. Oh, it's actually my level for once. Wow. Rare. Do I just want to kill this to try and get levels on Principality? Not the worst idea in the world. Yeah, 10 mana.
Huh.
Healing know-how. Nope. I will literally never teach that to a demon. Despite how much it might actually be useful. Yeah, I'm certainly not denying. Well, Uno Mas, and then hopefully Principality evolves. Otherwise, I'm going to be quite sad that you have to get multiple levels when they've already finished.
I'm detecting a strong demon ahead. Do you want to go on?
Sure do. What about you, Pomelo? Do you think that we can kill this Fuki? He usually casts Nuke, which does not help me right now. They'd probably translate that to being Zeo? No, he might be Force, actually. Hey. Hey, dropped. How you going, dude? Nope, not at all. Also, if it stands for win, then why does he cast Nuke in P5? The eternal struggle to teach me Japanese continues, yeah. One day. One day. It might make him smirk. As much as I'd enjoy killing him with a hammer, even when he's half dead. Yes, it is. He did fog breath to me, which kind of sucks. Turns out I made the wrong call by getting rid of that, the Kaga off of Ares. I've only been to Japan 4 times, alright, Zoro? How could I possibly know any part of their language? You're asking too much of me. That same Fu is in Typhoon. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that Typhoon is spelt differently. Otherwise, that's very weird to do F in one and PH in the other. Just thought I'd double check. I'm not gonna make an assumption. Ah, now I understand. Dropped. Got it. The Sukus do nothing. Oh. Always disappointing how little XP they give you in those. Oh, I got my small fridge finally.
That's it. You have all you need now. Just go deliver it and you're done.
Samurai's gonna be stoked. is drop the N completely. Fair enough. So, for those of you that clearly have at least some understanding of Japanese, what resources did you use to learn it? Like, did you use textbooks? College and anime are two very different answers. It is something that Becky and I have always wanted to learn, so if anybody had straight up suggestions for, hey, this is a good book to use to start with, feel free to let me know. Why is everything so fast? Yeah, one day I hope to learn to read English, but still working on it. Duolingo? Oh, sorry, I should have clarified. Free resources.
Burrows.
I will make note of the other ones, though. I appreciate you answering the question. For the letters? Okay. Emma B. It's Wanakani. I guess I shouldn't have said free. It's just I know that Duolingo and stuff like that is actively expensive. Good value is a better phrase. But either way, thank you for the answers. Really appreciate it. Kitsuyo is a Wanikani. Like I said, one day I hope that I'm able to read. Clone but better. Noted. It ran past me knowing that I'd try and flee. What a jerk. Yeah, he's playing 4D chess over here. Duolingo is free? Oh, my bad. I thought it was basically like, Rosetta Stone, but like less popular, I guess is the best way to put it. I thought it was that kind of price range. Oh.
You have all you need now. Just go deliver it and you're done.
Well, that was easier than the other two. Didn't even have a domain attached to it. I do have a lot of Japanese manga. I have about 40 books in my closet just because they looked pretty when I was in Japan, so I picked them up. So if I ever get to the point of needing to just practice reading, good to go for at least a little while. I probably have way more than 40 actually. Might be close to like 60 between Becky and I. An unofficial undubbed version of SMT4 as well.
Burrows.
Pretty much do all of my game playing on streams,
detecting a demon's
and
domain.
I don't think
Do
I'd
you
want
wanna
to
go
play
on?
a game for people that was in Japanese. But I understand the sentiment. It is a good idea. The small generator has a small chance of spawning at a specific area. Oh, gross. I assumed it was guaranteed.
Master.
Hey Dragon, how you going, dude? Oh, this wasn't in the context of it being a bad dub. This was in the context of if I wanted to really try and learn Japanese, playing Japanese video games would be a good way to do it. Well, to at least practice. There's a big difference between being familiar with it and wanting to be able to easily understand the stream that you're watching. It's a good point, Led. The problem is if it's any of the older Dragon Quest games like 4 and before that, they're bad video games.
Oh?
I need to find this stupid kidnapping victim. Like, this is still technically Ikebukuro. Ikebukuro is huge. This quest is so mean. I know it dropped. Again, I really appreciate everybody saying their 2 cents about this stuff. Tokyo is not a town. Tokyo is a multi-city made up of smaller cities. Yeah, I mean, that's the way that I would want to lean towards it, because that's how I always did my studies in school. Like, my best way of retaining stuff was never, like, context clues and stuff like that. It was legitimately just rote learning of just, you read a thing, you write down the thing, and then I remember it. If I really need to remember it, I'd write it down twice. And then usually I could just recite it without looking at the paper at that point. That's always just what worked for me. You better evolve. No. Plus Moody, way too important. Premonition of a... Premonition? Well, I've invested A level into it, I may as well see this through to the end. You son of a bitch. Probably lying to me, just doesn't want to get fused. Even this area by itself is huge. What the fuck? What do you want? Don't come over here. The treasure around here is all mine. I'm gonna grab every last one. Well, today I learned that if you talk to a man, it does not stop a horde of demons from running at you. Important to know. It's a cool death animation.
Burrows.
Also, if the field attack gets improved by Apocalypse, then I'll be happy if nothing else changes Dragon. I meant to say that earlier. Bye, Mara. Have a good sleep, dude. I think so. I'm missing the third fancy treasure, so I might have missed one. But yeah, all the ones that I've found, I've done. Yeah, but it's kind of funny. I don't think it really takes away from anything, it just gives you a very different experience. As everything just gets shafted to the Shadow Realm.
I'm detecting a strong demon ahead. Do you want to go on?
This could be the quest, because it's not a domain, it's just a strong demon.
I'm detecting a strong
That's kind of how I felt about all the 3DS games. None of, like, all of them have worked pretty great. The black boxes is probably, like, the most noticeable thing. Huh? Who the hell are you? No, I haven't seen any kids around here. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes! We're free! We're free. Get the hell out of here, outsiders. You just get going. Even then, depending on when you played them, it might have changed mod at this point. The 3DS emulation seems to be a very active community. Don't leave. Handsome boy. Somebody catch the demon now.
No!
Silence. I am Prince Priyankara, youngest child of the Yasha Dai Bosatsu, Kishimojin. I can smell the scent of pomegranates on this man. You're working for my mother, aren't you? You've come to take me back. Damn it, we just finally got our hands on him. I'm not letting him go that easy. Hey, summon the master. Let's kill the brat and get that demon kid. Hey, I saw you in a horde. Once again, you call me out to clean up another of your messes. Pains me to have to do so, but I will be your opponent. As long as Master's here, we've got this in the bag. That kid's as good as ours. I'm gonna guess this dude. I've had this quest for a long time. This dude's probably only like level 35. Noted, dropped. I'll make sure not to save afterwards. And of that demon, it belongs to us. We don't catch the demons, we're the ones who end up dead. You don't get it, do you? You don't understand what it's like to have a life of nothing but suffering? Yeah, because I'm not a bitch. Maybe you should try that. That is a tanky child. Well, at least the Fang Breaker didn't take effect. Azio works. I guess I should try debuffs. Tensei is level 31. Not what I expected. Just for the music. I wasn't planning to, no. I do have 3 quests to hand in, so I could return, but we'll see. I hadn't planned anything. I thought my life was just going to be spent looking for this quest the entire time, so I didn't plan that far ahead. Need my fix. Diorama? Yeah, if I diorama this, I don't need to meteor. Should be fine. And then Pig Boy can just meteor next turn. Nice. Also nice. Not the greatest amount of damage. Resistant to Fizz, fair enough. Could also buff us up to dodge better. Yeah. Why not? Alright, yeah, he's resistant to Fizz. Guess that's a reason why not. I don't have inevitability on my side, really. At worst, we can just keep feeding MC turns. I just pass a bunch. Oh, there's the other attack that he's meant to be doing. I was waiting for it. Anybody that's resistant to Fizz or Gun would be nice. Yeah, no Gun might get him. Good shock. He's almost dead. I guess I go for the kill. Wait. I don't know if that's that much to smirk about there, friend. I don't actually want this thing to get XP, so... Not that this will give me much XP anyway. Because it's a thing I chose to do. Okay. That was very close. No, Master actually lost. I give up. We've got nothing left, man. Yeah, didn't need to try and swap things in for XP.
What in the world?
Why? Why is it so wrong to try to survive? This thing, it's a demon. It's not human.
No!
Say what if I'm a demon? My mother's going to come for me, and she will eat you all. Please, sir, what are we going to do with these pitiful excuses for humans? Okay, so far, I've been making the decision to not kill people because it doesn't benefit me at all. However, these dudes were actively dicks to a demon and stole her kid. I just don't think that they've learned their lesson. Like, he literally said, you should understand us, we're just trying to survive. Your survival shouldn't be kidnapping. No, I'm not making any decisions based on what it makes me, Margot. I'm legit just trying to do the things that I think my version of crits would do. No, I never aim for a route dragon. They just happen as we go. Although, the demon that that told me to do this did stop eating humans. I mean, it's what I always do, Dragon, 100% of the time. So... does that mean I should kill them myself so that she doesn't have to dirty her hands? She's not tempted? Or is it more correct to go along with her wishes to leave them be? Yes, also true, worse. And by very often, you mean 100% of the time. In SMT 1, it basically was up until the very last decision. But it still did end up chaos. That's a hard choice. I should let them go to be a good influence on the child. He should see that I went in there, I saved him, and then I went, that's fine. I immediately regret it based off his laugh. He is 100% gonna kidnap a kid again. Are you really gonna let us go? Man, thanks!
Aww.
You're going to let them run away. Mother would have eaten them for their insolence. She stopped eating kids. Prinkara, oh my precious Ainu. Mother, I wasn't scared at all. It was your mother's fault that this happened, and you, Crits, I am so grateful. It is all thanks to you that Prinkara has come back safe and sound. Now, Prinkara, let's go home. Hold tight to your mother.
Thank you!
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. He tended to end up Law. Law just seems so bad every time. Like, the small incremental decisions, occasionally I'll make lawful ones. But like, the big things, as soon as Zell comes up to you, it's like, hey, we should all be brainwashed forever. It's like, man, this seems like a bad idea. What are my endings for all previous SMT? Every single one of them has been chaos. Except Nocturne, which was true end. True neutral, whatever it's called. The one where you go down and fight Lucifer. I'm batting 100 on chaos. Antidote ring. At the end of the day, SMT really wants you to punch God in the face. Bind, nullify, or poison. Poison comes up a lot more often, but bind sucks balls if it does hit me. I'll leave this on, but the second I get binded, I'm probably going to swap it back. Yes, it was. 100% worse. I was with, what was her name? Chiaki? Yeah, exactly, Drop. Like, it's very easy to do the incremental law stuff. It's the big world-changing ones that tends to get me to go chaos. So now the only quest that I need to look for still is somewhere in Ikebukuro there is a photo that I need to take. I got 1 out of 2. Is it this one? Hey!
Let me explain. That's it. You have all you need now. Just go deliver it and you're done.
Yeah, that's cool to know, Dragon, but I'm just gonna continue to know nothing about Apocalypse and be fine with that. I'll discover it as I play that game. Right, Wes? I mean, there's a bunch of times in SMT 1 and 2 where you just get a butt ton of points one way or the other. And it really matters in that game because you basically have to stay neutral or else you just get so fucked up by not being able to talk. I see why they gave me an antidote ring. Music changed.
This is the Ikebukuro terminal.
That means I'm either lawful now or neutral now. Or chaos. Maybe letting those people go is chaotic. All I know is I'm different.
Activating
I'm not even
We're
thinking
here.
about hopes or dreams
What
for
should we do,
SMT5. Let's hope it exists.
Oh? Good morning.
So far, the only bad game I've played is Persona 1, so I have full faith in Atlas that when SMT5 comes out, it'll be excellent.
Ah, what superb relics you have there. Well, please be careful on your way.
Hello, I brought a fridge in my pocket.
Hey, guess what? There's a type of quest you can do in VR. I'll register a few of them to the challenge quest list. Try them out whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. I'd be happy to be spoiled that there's an NPC that can hinder my current alignment.
Oh, welcome, Prentice.
Because it's not going to alter the way that I view my options if I know what my alignment is. Oh, I'm second after Hope.
I've checked, but
Is there anything else? Hello there.
Counter. Still hate counter.
I have indeed.
This just gives me Maca. Man. What a worthless delivery. I will take the XP though.
Is there anything else? Come again.
Maybe by handing those in it changed, but I
welcome,
don't think
Prentice.
that's how quests work. Oh, I'm number 1. I'm the best. A fancy little noise happened.
I've checked, but
And it doesn't matter.
Is there anything else? Come again.
No bonus quest for being the best.
this is the new terminal. What should we do?
Fair enough. I'll keep it in mind that there is an NPC that might tell me about my alignment. I don't remember what this is. Just a bunch of people hanging out in a abandoned bathroom, I think. Probably not gonna get new quests until I open up the Ikebukuro stuff.
I'll register that as a new quest.
Oh, never mind, I did get new quests.
If you've got business, then hurry up and spit. Yo.
Oh. Various devices for your day off.
That's right.
Very specific. And another power cable.
If you've got business, then hurry up. Here's hoping we both see each other alive again.
That's it. You have all you need now. Just go deliver it and you're done.
Quests into quests. Well, we can definitely do the VR ones. I still need to find a PC. He's in Shinjuku. I'm not looking forward to finding where this guy was. That's gonna suck. Supposedly people are seeing shooting stars in the sky above Tokyo. Of course, since we can't see the sky, it has to be a demon. In order to oppose it, we need an immortal god like it. Bring me a boulder. I can make boulder. I'll get the two of them to fight each other forever. That's the first time that's asked me for a specific demon.
Oh!
I can make Kenshide-kun. And Haridi.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadow. Now, well then,
Boulder. Uses up my Tengu and my Narcissus. I feel like Narcissus isn't actually that far away.
gather demons and come again.
Tengu is like years away. Oh, also years away. You'd think that the ice is just Bufala, and the other one is a passive, which I don't care about. And that's probably just Mahama? How do we do a Mahama? Yeah, we can fuse this.
Welcome to the Cathedral. Well then, now.
Get Hammer on anyway, sweet. Man, charge just does not seem worth it. Is it ever gonna be? Nothing's gonna be weak to Fizz, probably. Some things are weak to Gun. Like, I pretty much have to make a demon that doesn't have any elemental stuff, which kind of blows. You'd think that late game, when charge actually starts mattering, I'll start finding it on more demons. Whereas right now, Mabufu actually is useful. He is already resistant to Fizz, so I could not teach that, but I kind of like that going forward as well. I could get rid of it. At least looks a little better. Yeah, alright.
Then I will.
He'll probably just be a hammer-on bot more than anything. Or maybe I'll just have to give him up for this quest.
Revere me.
And all of my decisions didn't matter at all.
Are you sure?
Wait, nope, I got the space
to
now.
the Cathedral of Shadow now.
Black Frost time. I solely just want him for his resistances. Nothing else matters. Bang Break is nice. Taunt? I have so many Rakundas. I don't think I'm ever gonna be that much in a rush that I have to taunt things. I mean, if I had more repels, then taunt can be better, because it buffs up their attack to hurt them more. Kinda sad he doesn't learn any fire moves naturally. Yeah, I guess. I don't need Hammer anymore, because I just got Hammer on.
Then I will.
Alright, enjoy watching the animation. I'll be back. Getting a drink. Hello. Thanks for the good luck, Licham. I did in fact get a Black Frost. I'm not going for either. I'm just playing the video game, and whatever I get, I get. Now let's do some virtual reality quests. Find a way to damage the demon without having your attacks reflected and defeated within 3 turns. Sure. Hey, guess what? You don't have a chance of beating us. If you think we're bluffing, we will show you just how terrifying we can be. You're just gonna kill my Spriggan on turn 1? Good. Is that guaranteed? Or did I need him? Well. Okay, well, Blight doesn't get reflected. Tetrakan would do it. I have no MP as well.
Oh, come on!
Well, this is poison. You son of a bitch. You're gonna try to poison me to death. That was the plan. Well, sick doesn't kill. I have to just pass, I mean. They killed my Spriggan.
That was too bad.
I assume there's RNG whether Spriggan dies or not. Because I think he might be necessary. I'll accept it. Don't kill it. That was the exact same thing. Like 6 never gonna kill him. I meant to get the mana for this. Unless I can dodge for some reason, but this all just seems like a formula. Swap? Oh, I can swap. And now they'll miss me. Hopefully. Perfect.
Seriously?
Oh, I mean, Zen's still alive. Maybe we'll be okay. Live. Woo. Hey, I'm a genius. You didn't beat me, it's the poison that did. I'm so smart. Next quest. Try to determine the demon's affinities by the attacks they use and defeat them all in a single turn. I mean, I just already know what their affinities are. I'll give you a hint, Ho. The hint is, you're gonna have to figure it out for yourself, Ho. Unless they're wrong. Like... Nah. They're regulars. Kinda wish I knew what the others would do. Maybe I just need to pass here. I definitely needed to get back to here at the end, because he's going to cast lightning to finish them off. Maybe just pass. I did not expect it to be an AoE on all of them. Okay. So I guess the entire gimmick is that I kill exactly one. I can try shooting the bird. I don't think that's gonna do it though. Okay. I guess the snake wasn't actually weak to resistant to wind. Sure. Free quest for me. Big puzzles.
It's your pleasure.
I've checked, but
If you've got business, then yo. That's right.
I do lose my boulder. Lame.
You just
I
leave
got
it.
an anti-sleep
You've
ring.
got business, then here's open. We both see each other alive.
Slowly gathering every accessory for what might come to ail me.
this
I think I pull that boulder out.
active.
I did have hammer on.
We're here. What should we do, man? Oh? We're here. What?
To the bookstore. Which hopefully will be where the Black Samurai is hanging out. But she likes books. That is so many spawns. Oh, I went the wrong way. Different music is weird. Oh, I'm so glad I full healed myself. Otherwise, I might have a dead demon in my party. Bye, Strail. Have a good sleep, dude. 100% dropped, but more so I go there because of the questionable food they're feeding me. I don't trust it. I don't want crits to have to eat it.
Burrows.
The funk. But is it the funk of lore or the funk of neutrality? Because believe me, lore has a heavy
Behold
funk.
my demons!
probably just use some of my revival beads next time something dies.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Man, 4.5k, not that bad at all.
Gather demons and come again.
Even 9k seems low. Maybe they did stack all those apps together.
Burrows.
Nah, it's Walter. I'm less so the hoarding type, I'm more so the doesn't like using consumables type. A slight difference. One day I would find a core sphere. Or float.
I'm detecting a demon stone. Master.
My demons are a bit different.
Oh, Ares has like 20 mana. Did not take that into consideration. Alright, one more level and then we can get better demon spells.
Burrows.
Well, at least more demon spells.
I'll aid you.
Hello, Lilum. Hello, many Lilums.
Those demons.
Oh, they're the ones that charmed us earlier. I remember.
There's a familiar sight. The hour has come to repay in kind the humiliation we suffered at Kichi-Georgie Forest.
I passed out from that boner, you know. I won't forgive you for this.
You men won't be dispatched so easily this time, I hope.
Well,
We should be fine, I think.
I am feeling a bit randy, but not too bad.
Yes?
Good, confident response, Walter.
I wonder.
Fight the demonic horde? Sure.
You came again. You want us.
I don't have anything that stops charm. Except the big old prayers.
I hope you're prepared.
Not the best turn. Eh, not the worst. They seem relatively weak. Maybe I didn't need to do that many buffs.
I'll end
Oh.
it thus.
Feels good when they hit you with a weakness and it doesn't matter. It's so rare.
No way, lost.
Didn't even try and charm me.
Don't expect us to act the love-struck buffoons over you twice.
If those demon girls are here, then could she be far behind?
Yes. The Black Samurai may very likely be near.
I'm surprised why this domain still exists. You'd think if the Black Samurai is that strong, and also just likes books, that she would have fought them for the bookstore. Maybe it's a new domain.
Out of the way!
Man, having a mana drain on MC, real nice. Okay, fuck exploring domains. It's a terrible idea, no one should ever do it.
No matter where we go, we are still within the domain.
Been like 20 meters, it'll be fine.
I had high hopes of this place. I heard there would be books to be found here.
You know how domains work, we kill the thing and then the place shows up.
Huh? What were these high hopes and expectation of?
Manga.
Oh, you see, I had thought I might be able to finish.
I haven't the faintest what you're on about.
Really? Because Walter was thinking the same thing with the Lilums.
Hell's bells! We meet again at last, Black Samurai.
As I knew we would.
Hello.
Welcome to Tokyo, samurai of the Eastern Kingdom of Mikado. You, girl, it's a shame you won't ever find out how your manga ends.
Why?
What?
We'll join your team for manga.
After your last volume, Oscar finally reunites one evening with her childhood friend and...
Spoilers.
I'm afraid I can't hear you.
Ban her from your chat, Isabeau.
So, how are you liking Tokyo? Are you used to things here yet? Since, after all, Tokyo mirrors the Eastern Kingdom of Mikado.
How so?
What an insult! How dare you utter such nonsense!
You're slow to understand as ever. And what about you there?
The Black Samurai approached Kritz and his fellow samurai.
If you were told that you must live here in Tokyo, do you think that you could?
Yeah, I mean, I'm stronger than most people, it'll probably be fine. Stand by, she's wearing green though. That ain't black. I could manage it.
So, that's where you stand now.
I think this is enough idle chatter. You will surrender to us calmly and quietly this time.
That makes you say the marketing team dislikes Strange Journey. It got its entire... Oh, that's for Redux. I'm gonna say it got an entire Metroidvania made for it, but that was in fact not original.
Very well. Do as you will.
The Black Samurai tossed aside her weapon.
You've much to learn about the world. I'll teach you plenty.
I still like that she's just smiling at us. Huge smile on the helmet. What will you do? Refuse.
You're surprisingly cowardly.
Not cowardly, I'm being brave. Standing up for what I believe in. Shut up.
Then I shall do it.
Of course you would, Jonathan. Jonathan tied the Black Samurai's hands behind her back.
It took a while, but you finally did it.
Of course you see it as a smiling face, because it is. Huge smiling face.
Congratulations on completing the quest.
That's why it suits Demony Ho so much. $14,000. Disappointingly did not get a level for MC. I thought it was solely because it wasn't based in Tokyo. They deemed it too thematically different. Mazama for Meteorama? Oh. I really... No! I really need Meteorama, but I wanted Mazama to buff my hero with. I guess I gotta take the Meteorama. Hey Trelv, how you going today? I haven't seen Meteorama and it's one of the main spells I've been missing. Yeah. That is a bummer. Sure wish it was any other option. Fire buff. Sleep, panic, and bind. I learned No, I meant the other way around. I don't want it to give me a bad new move. I want the new move to be over one of the things I don't care about. Yeah, I've eaten enough Mamudo straight to the face. I don't need more. Mamudo on rye.
Oh.
I prefer it on white bread. On one hand, I like that dropped. On the other hand, I liked the RNG aspect of it, because I always said yes. If you ever go back and watch any playthrough of other SMT games that I've done, where it's question marks, 95% of the time I'll just go, yeah, sure. And then be immediately upset. Because it's always bad, but I always did it, and I had a good time. Ice breath, you say? Ice breath over tetanus cut. Yeah. Nocturne was especially bad. Every time back, you now can talk to fairies twice as good. Goodbye, Zeodine. It's like, well, okay. I can guarantee you, Dragon, that Mamudo tastes better than Marmite. I think I take the ice breath. So many fuses that I can do. And by I take the ice breath, I take the Mabufala. That's what I meant to say. Because I will take the guaranteed.
Well, have we truly captured the infamous Black Samurai?
Now that she is actually in our custody, it seems to be over far too soon.
Can't believe the credits is about to happen. Wow, what a short SMT game. Kritz and his fellow samurai took the Black Samurai to Makoto Castle. You guys don't want to finish off clearing that domain? I guess that wasn't our job. News of the Black Samurai's capture spread quickly across the country. The people hailed Kritz and his fellows upon their triumphant return. King Ahazuya of Mikado recognized the achievements of Kritz and his fellows as well. The award ceremony for the Third Order of Merit was conducted in high style, but we did not animate it. Afterward...
You're all looking splendid.
Is that right, Kokichi?
'Twas very worth the time I set aside to make a suggestion to King Ahazuya of Mikado regarding this ceremony.
Considering how big of a story moment this is, I assume I was meant to find the PC by now.
Your thoughtfulness is very much appreciated, Abbot Hugo.
Worth the time I set aside? What a heroic effort.
Now that the Black Samurai has been apprehended, I expect no more instances of the people of Mikado succumbing to temptation and becoming demons.
You really need to go talk to that baker, cause... I feel like he might be worse.
Which in turn will leave you samurai free to concentrate on the retrieval of mystic relics.
Oh weird, he's not gonna let us come home and we have to keep going back to Tokyo. Couldn't have seen that coming.
We have the Black Samurai in hand, and yet you still wish us to enter Tokyo?
Surprising.
'Twould appear some uncouth behavior rubbed off on you in Tokyo.
Oh, we're gonna show you exactly how unclear we are, Hugo.
It's all due to your guidance, Hope, that this ill-mannered boy has been awarded the Third Order of Merit.
What do you mean Hope's guidance? Hope hasn't talked to us in 20 hours.
My apologies, sir, for this prentice's discourtesy.
Commander.
You're being a bitch.
Don't trouble yourself about it, Walter. I share your feelings.
Pardon, but I'm a busy man, and I must cut matters short here. The time for the ceremony is nigh. Gabby should be finishing the preparations for it now.
From the Abbey.
A ceremony, you say?
Ah, did you not receive the notice? We are to hold a public execution of the Black Samurai.
It's a good happy face. Almost as happy as the Black Samurai's helmet.
An execution?
'Twill be a grand event, held in the Obelisk Plaza. Now then, Hope, I must ask that you accompany me on my way.
Understood.
Hope and despair walking hand in hand.
Hark at his attitude. He pranes about as if he'd brought her in himself. Excuse me, but I'm feeling an overabundance of yellow bile that must be relieved. I'll see you hence.
He's gonna go pee?
I think this may be the time for me to draw a long bath and reflect on all that's happened over our journey.
Jonathan's just gonna be like, I'm cool with this. This is going as I expected, and I am stoked.
If you'll excuse me.
I shall be present at the ceremony once I finish repairing my blade.
I will, however, go and listen intently on Isabeau's bathing.
Shall I see you at the Obelisk Plaza then?
Smile.
By your leave.
You've parted ways with Jonathan, Walter, and Isabeau. Oh no, all the strength of my party has left me. All I do now in fights.
Hello.
You're mysteriously absent, so I came to look in on you. The Black Samurai's public execution will begin shortly. I'll go and head to the Obelisk Plaza. I was gonna have a nap, actually. First things first, it is fusing time. A lot of things finished up. Not you. Or you. Tufei. Yuki. Nue's done. Phoenix done. And Raiju done. I can now make a Lilum.
To the Cathedral of Shadow.
Yeah, Jin, I'm really missing out on that. It's so bad, like, even if they hit them with their weakness, you don't get that much out of it. But if you hit them with a resistance, you get so fucked up by a smurf. Smirk, not a smurf. Megami's new. I want to keep the boulder. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, hey, Satanta. Oh, that's like perfect. Get rid of 2 of them? Sure. War Cry. Hell yeah. 45 MP? Excuse me? You want to run that by me again? And he has 76 MP. Good. Good. Yeah, they did balance it. I thought I was just going to be able to have a Warcry on MC. I mean, considering he has Mana Drain, I could still do it, because, like, it takes 2 turns to Warcry and then Mana Drain, but it'd be 2 turns to Tarunda and then Rakunda. So, it's still worth. But man, that's a heavy blow.
Then I will.
That's a 1 icy puppy. And he's so hairy. Damn you, Principality. You fuse into so many things, but I need to hold on to you for years. Well, I got rid of 2 things, and I'm still waiting on a lot.
Gather deep.
Actually, would you like to have a talk? It's been a while.
Welcome to the cathedral.
I'm working on it, dude. I'm 1 level
Is there
away.
anything more?
Okay. Like 6,000 experience or something. Alright, I think that's gonna do it for the day. As an exciting spot to do tomorrow's stream, which should be another pretty big one. So, thanks for watching. Join the Discord if you want. And vote on the poll if you haven't already. Tell me which SMT game I'm playing next. And thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you later.